Welcome.
Hey everybody, Lasisi here again. Some just happened right now. You can't even believe what just happened to me right now. I went to get my hair cut. As I get here, where's my customer? They say it's not around. I say, okay, let me come back. One other baba approached me. He said, bros, I can take care of you. I asked him, you know my hairstyle? He said, yes. He said, yes. As I'm talking to you now, I don't know who I'm seeing in the mirror. Oh, God. The first time he put the clip on my hair, he cleared inside. Bros, what are you babbing? He said, I should calm down. I calm down. Bab my hair. He's babbing. He's shaving my eyebrow. Rubbing powder on my face.
And I think the hair has grown back now.
It has.
Great to have you, Lasisi.
Thank you very much.
How are we?
Well, if you use plural, we're good.
We're good. I mean, I'm still struggling with the good English I'm speaking because I'm used to a certain type of speaking.
Oh, you know now, yeah, certain times when I meet people like this wearing suits, all knotted out.
Oh, we have to now do like proper English.
You know, I have to, you know, put myself together, cool. They don't think I'm all local and stuff.
But I don't know, this local pays, man.
It does, it really does.
I'm looking at someone like you, I'm looking at someone like Brad Shaggy, I'm looking at Wole, everything that has to do with the comic side. People connect more with those that they can relate to.
True.
So how did that journey start for you? Because Nigerians rant, and you're the #1 ranter. What was the first day, first video, or first light bulb that said, this is something I could go into?
Well,
do you remember that instant?
I actually remember, but it was not, at the time, it was just amongst a number of few people, you know, before I decided to put it out there for good. But constantly, I always had the idea of complaining. It's what I do. I like it.
Why?
You know, I don't know. Funny, the crazy part is people who do not know me think it's, you know, something called serious, like I do it seriously. But most of the time, I'm just joking about it, trying to make a fuss out of something, but not necessarily does it mean I'm angry at that point in time. But for me, ranting, mostly, I think most of my life, I just complain, especially with my sister. We do that a lot. I might just be somewhere and I say, I don't know, something funny is smelly. And she's like, why is it that everybody is here? You're the one that's saying something is smelly. You know, I just have this. And she's like, okay, you are the problem, not this place. You know, so most of the time I do just to mess around with her. Sometimes I do it just to, you know, just tease her. So, but the whole idea of ranting and making it the way it is right now, it started off as a joke for me. I keep saying that. It started off as a joke because at the time I didn't think it would be something that would become this, this magnitude. Yeah. You understand? So at the time when I started, it was mostly on my WhatsApp. I would constantly make these things. So when I go out, I remember sometimes I'm driving and I have this idea in me, and I'm saying it back to myself, and it sounds good to me, and I'm like, well.
Is it in English or in Yoruba?
No, I don't rant in Yoruba.
I know you don't, because
I just
the reason I'm asking if it's Yoruba is that something just happened right now. If you translate it, it's like
yes, it just happened. Funny that my Yoruba is not that good, I'm more familiar with some words in the Yoruba language, some slangs, and so those who listen to me think I speak fluently, but I don't. But I mask around it, so it sounds like, okay, if I can switch from English to Yoruba, I would do well. I would not do so well, you know. So I make some words that are, you know, catchy and stuff in the rants. So it just makes it sounds more interesting.
You mentioned sisters. Is it that you're the only man in the house?
No, we're 3 guys and a lady. You know,
okay.
She's actually, since she's the only girl, she's more like she's my immediate elder sister. So she's over like really troublesome together. So yeah. Yeah.
So now before the Lasisi Elenu brand, you know, really blew up, what were you doing before? Because I got filters of what you were doing.
Yeah.
As a 9-to-5, so to speak.
No. I never had a 9-to-5.
Okay.
I have never had a 9-to-5. I have mostly done, for me, I keep saying, I'm happy because Lasisi Elenu helped me put me out there to introduce other things that I do. Before now, I was a full-time musician and a full-time MC, anchor events.
Wow. Okay.
But it was the grace of God that I would get a wedding to anchor. You understand? You know, and I mostly then I would constantly try really hard. But as of before the Lasisi birth, I constantly and I put a lot of time into my music production. I would push music, I would push my songs, but it didn't really do so well. I don't know why. People hear the songs and they say it's good, it's nice.
Is it like R&B or hip hop or what?
This Afro sound kind of mix.
Can you just drop something?
You want me to drop music or song? You want me to rap?
Make a rap.
What can I talk about now? How long am I going to be here for? Let me tell you, knowing.
No, okay. Why are you thinking of the rap? Let me move on.
No, I just want to. Okay. No.
We'll sign up with the rap.
Okay, I can sign up for the rap.
Let's sign up with the rap because there's some issues I want to touch on now.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people, I'm sure, have come at you with why you came out. They're like, your career wouldn't have blown if there wasn't a filter, if there wasn't a tweaking of the voice, because your voice isn't like that.
Yeah.
How have you addressed this criticism?
Okay, let me say this. It is normal for critics to be out there. But for me, everybody out there who is successful today, it is one thing that gave them the edge over other people. So someone saying, if it were not the filter, if it were not this, yes, it is because of that thing that I'm here. It is because of the ideas someone had over making software, making drawing board. If the person did not have that idea at that point in time, that person probably will not be where they are. So you saying it is that thing, if not for that thing, I wouldn't have been where I am. Yes, if it were not for that thing.
But that thing is not you.
That thing is not me. But everyone who has something, it's just like saying if you were not, we all have talent to do different things.
It's like saying if not for the microphone, you would be an MC.
All right. How about that? So Nigerians are lovely people, but they look for a way around everything. They question it, they address it, they try to look for stories as to why something is.
This is the way it
just enjoy it and move on.